Ndokwa people is the second largest ethnic nationality in the Delta State. Apart from that, we house the major oil producers and we contribute a lot to the national economy. However, there are no amenities in the Ndokwa nation that shows that we are part of this country. I became the president in 2015. Immediately we took over from the former President General, I and my executive, we mapped out a program, and the program is how do we unite the Ndokwa people? 2, how do we integrate the Ndokwa people to participate in the economy of Nigeria? 3, where is Ndokwa today in the political arena in Nigeria? 4thly, how do we emancipate our youths who are graduates, technicians, and traders, farmers, fishermen, because Ndokwa is in the coastal region of Niger Delta. It will interest you to know that one of the major challenges we're having is lack of government presence in Ndokwa land, in spite of the enormous oil production and gas that will contribute to the national economy. It will interest you to know that in Ndokwa nation today, we have the Opone IPP plant, and that plant was commissioned by President Obasanjo in 2005. Up to date, the whole of Ndokwa nation is still in darkness. So that was a major challenge when we came in. And luckily for us, we were able to speak with the government in conjunction with our representative in the House of Representatives, Honorable Osai, Nicholas Osai. In 2016, we pressured the government that the government then had our voice, and with years of agitation, and they decided to put in the budget 1.2 billion naira for a substation from Opone to Kwale, so that Ndokwa people who have been in darkness, like I said, since 2005 to date, can have light. So I think that is one of the major achievements, that at least for the first time since 2005, in 2017 budget of the federal government of Nigeria, Ndokwa nation was remembered. Secondly, during the tenure of the former special advisor on amnesty, retired Brigadier Boro, we were able to make a case that Ndokwa, as one of the major oil producing ethnic nationality in Nigeria, should participate in the amnesty program, which hitherto Ndokwa was not recognized. And it will interest you to know, for the first time, the federal government remembered Ndokwa nation, which is the most peace-loving oil-producing community or ethnic nationality in Nigeria. And 100 people were trained with the effort of our able Senator Mwabosh, who also contributed. Our able Governor, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, since I took office, have been doing enormously well for the Ndokwa people in terms of roads that have been constructed, but we need more. Nigerians do not believe that we can transform this economy within 5 years. And I mean it, that this Nigerian economy, if the right people are put in the right places, this economy will go far. Why do I say this? God has blessed us with abundant natural resources. One of the key resources that is endless is agriculture. Israel economy today, though technologically advanced, is built on agriculture. All over the world, people go to Israel to know how did they transform a desert. That's what I'm talking about, will and leadership. How was a desert that is not good for agriculture now made the food basket of the world, that Israel today earns a lot of money exporting agricultural produce to outside the world. In the Nigerian economy, yes, attempts had been made by the former President Jonathan which the present president of Nigeria, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, is also consolidating on, that Nigerians need to go back to the land and do agriculture. But the question I want to ask the federal government, tell me how you can grow an economy where the banks are charging farmers 20-something% per annum on funding of agriculture, except for the federal government funded loans, which is given at 7%. How many Nigerians can get that federal government funded agricultural loan, which is 7%? So we need to address the issue of finance. For any economy to grow in the world, we need single-digit interest rate, not subsidized interest rate by government alone, but an economy driven by a single-digit interest rate. That is the only way we can move agriculture forward. I am the National Auditor of PANDEF. At PANDEF level, the restructuring we are canvassing is the restructuring put by our forefathers before independence. You know, before we attained our independence, each of the regions were self-governed. Each region will control its resources, develop at its pace, and contribute to the center. There's nothing wrong with that. The Western region were known for cocoa, and they were able to use that money to pay the civil servants, do free education without resources from petroleum, and the economy of the Western region flourished. In the East, there was palm oil. The Eastern region was known for palm oil and other produce, rubber, and they were able to use that to maintain their Eastern region. When I talk about Eastern region, I'm not talking about Igbo region. I'm talking about Eastern region that cultivates both the present River State, Bayelsa, and all that. In the North, they were known for granite pyramids. And those economies functioned. Why? Because our leaders at the time of independence were honest. If you restructure with an understanding that the common good will be harnessed for the people of that region and they contribute to the center, this ethnic dichotomy will not be there. During the period of the late Sage Obafemi Awolowo, the Yorubas had free education everywhere. That's what I call transparency. He didn't say because he's an Ijebu man, free education is meant for Ijebu people. He didn't cite the University of Ife in Ijebu town because he's from Ijebu. He cited it in Ife. Those are the kind of leaders we are talking. So if we want restructuring with a reform mindset for this country, that's why whenever we advocate for restructuring, we say, let's go to the independence period. What we did between 1960 to 1965, before the military struck. The way I am condemning the Boko Haram, I'm also condemning all tribal killings, like the one you had in Kaduna recently. The reason why Boko Haram has taken the center stage is that because they go unchecked. If there's any tribal challenges, people are arrested. We know them. But we are told that these Boko Harams cannot be seen or known. So the question I want to ask, how do they get to their destination after the killings, and how do they live? So that's why I'm appealing to the federal government of Nigeria to tackle the issue of Boko Haram, to ensure the unity of this country. The herdsmen issue, why it is not good at all, is that it is like ethnic cleansing. It is like religious war. And we don't need the religious war in Nigeria. So herdsmen, please, let's practice what advanced world is doing in cattle rearing. My prayer for Nigeria is that the upcoming election should be peaceful. I'm appealing to all Nigerians, especially those who are seeking elective office, that please give peace a chance. And to INEC, I'm saying please, fair play. And to the federal government is continual. Please go and vote for your candidate of your choice. Those who have performed, I appeal to Nigerians to re-elect them. But those who have not performed, I appeal to Nigerians, do your best. Thank you.